The budget is a hot button issue right now. In fact, that's why we are doing this show. We wanted to educate you, our viewers, how staffing has been affected.
We did reduce our teaching staff by probably about 40 positions over the last several years. And that has not been without pain. We have students in our high school who couldn't get their first choice on some of their classes. We have seen class sizes go up in some places. So it's going to be difficult to really continue cutting staff because you still have all these students and they need to go somewhere and they need to be educated. One area in particular that's a little bit different than the rest is special education. In some areas there are quotas of how many students you are allowed to have in a class with one teacher. And if you go over that quota, you have to hire another person. In a business, if the business is not doing well and you're not making as much money, then what you do is you tend to lay off some employees. We do not have that luxury. We cannot furlough for economic reasons.
The administrators and staff also agreed to a pay freeze, which was the first voluntary pay freeze in the state of Pennsylvania.
Administrators volunteered to do it to help the district in their budget situation, and then I know the teachers union also then voted, and they also took the pay freeze.
Like all other public school districts in the state, Hempfield pays teachers more than just a contractual salary.
The PESERS is the state educational retirement system. And that is all about the pension system for anyone who works in a school district. In the recent economic downturn, just like a lot of individuals' 401k accounts had taken a hit, so had the PESERS account for the state. And the other problem is that for a number of years, the state did not put in the money that was their obligation. So it would be like you and I deciding, well, I'm just not going to pay that bill anymore.
We face a $50 billion unfunded liability with regard to our pension system. And that's not the fault of our teachers. That's not the fault of our public sector employees. It has been, I think, frankly, the failure of the legislature. That is squeezing our ability to provide for programs and for students.
The health care is paid for by a combination of the district and the employees. The employees contribute an amount of money toward the premium. The employees also pay co-pays. So for example, if I go to the doctor, I have a co-pay I have to pay for myself out of my pocket, and then the district picks up the rest.
Above all else, it's important for the people of Hempfield to work together.
The districts who survive the best and continue to thrive are those in which the staff, the board, the parents, and community members are all working together. And if we work together, I believe there's nothing we can't solve. The more people, average citizens, get their voices heard, that puts more pressure on everyone else to do something. So it's not good enough to simply identify the problem and say, here it is, we all know it's a problem. We need to get action on these problems.
Another large expense for Hempfield is transportation. Mandy Picciani and Aaron Hart learned more about these costs.